Hello and welcome to yet another installment of the Stitchmaker's Guide to the Multiverse. Yes, multiverses. Hey, have you tried jumping lines yet in your multiverse or jumping from a multiverse to another multiverse within yourself? Well, I was thinking today that I would share with you how I'm going with quitting nicotine. And I have to point out to you that quitting is actually the wrong term to use because it sort of sets us up for, I don't know, there's sort of a negative sort of thing because you feel like it's like going without. I mean, oh my God, how can I go without something that has been the mainstay of my life for, I don't know, like 30 odd years? How can we go without that? We have to go like I'm going to jump from one multiverse to another. The old one is where I had lots of addictions. The new one is where I am no longer a slave to the addictions. Yes, that is the way we look at it. Or I like to look at it. That's what I wanted to say to you was this is my journey through not being a slave anymore. Because even though there's like lots and lots of things that are really wrong in this world that humanity does to itself and to each other, like with wars and poverty, um, intergenerational damage, because, like if the parents do something to the child and the child doesn't understand or grow past it or at least analyze why this has happened, the child will pass it on to the next generation. And so intergenerational trauma will become like a tradition. You just do things without even questioning why you're doing it. So yes, so rightio. Let's begin at my beginning. um, I had to analyze first off why I was smoking, why I enjoyed smoking, that sort of thing. Yeah, and partaking of nicotine. I started because where my dad committed suicide. I think I have actually mentioned that in a previous thing. So then I understood why. I analysed and understood why I am addicted to this. Why I'm a slave to a slave to nicotine. Um, do you understand why a person commits suicide? Um, because this is one thing that I had to learn as to why, because so that I could forgive my father, so that I could forgive myself for the reactions that I had to it. Um, so misery and not being able to mature and grow past the misery, not being able to forgive. These are the things that I had to understand. Excuse me, about why I was addicted. Um, so yes, a whole lot of like crazy emotions, eh? That is why. This is the analysis of why I started smoking was because of the crazy emotions. Um, when a parent suddenly leaves your life like that in such a really freaking horrible way, you go, "There's no point in my life. I begin to destroy myself because my parent has done this, so therefore I will as well." And that is the reason why I began smoking, was because I was looking to suppress all of those wild emotions, the anger, the fear, the terror, the fury, yes, all of those things, all of the above. That is why I started smoking, was to suppress those negative emotions in my life. Yes. So once I understood that, it became a matter of like, what do I do to replace these things, these negative emotions? How do I cope with it? The first thing was I embarked on therapy because the problem was way huger than I could understand. I needed somebody else to sort of like shine their flashlight of knowledge into the deepest, darkest recesses of my mind, heart, and soul. And I have been extremely lucky with the couple of therapists that I've had in my life. That it was obviously one of those things like the multiverse said, "Yay, you're going to do some work, so here's a couple of very fine individuals to help you with it." And yes, so once we started doing that work, and once I started to understand why I was doing this and why I was addicted, then it became a matter of like, well, how do I get out of this slavery? What do I do? What do I do for myself? Because you have to have things in place. Like when you give up, because yeah, nicotine is actually a really, really hard one because it like settles into your brain. It becomes when you grow up in a family that is dysfunctional, you grow up without the tools to be able to grow and mature in a positive way, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. Like the body might take care of itself, or actually, no, you actually like get into destroying your body because that's part of smoking is trying to destroy yourself. It is a very slow form of suicide. Yes. I say that with a smile, but it's not actually a laughing matter. I should be serious. Yes. Smoking is a slow form of suicide. Yes. You are making war on yourself when you partake of nicotine. We will not be able to see clearly to fix the problems that we have in this world, like with wars, like with poverty, um, and all of that sort of thing, dysfunction, that sort of thing, until we stop being slaves to it. So, how did I move on from there? Um, yes, the breakthrough was the second therapist that I've had because I had a wee break in between therapy sessions. Oh my God, you need to. You need to have a wee break now and then because you have to sort out this stuff. You get tired. Like, you need to be able to sort of like have a holiday from analysis so that you can continue the analysis with a fresh mind, a fresh perspective. So yes, so it came about that with my second therapist, I was thinking, I'm getting into being alive now, and so why do I keep wanting to destroy myself? So that was the impetus for stopping. I have been using nicotine replacement products. I used the patches for a while because it's like the actual nicotine replacement products are rather lacking in a really good way of taking you away from the smoking cigarette sort of thing. Um, More research needs to be done into it in ways that the nicotine replacement therapy is better utilized. Like with delivery of nicotine to a person who is addicted and has been addicted for many years, many decades, and who wants to quit. The patches gave me rashes, so I didn't use them for very long. And I've also been using the lozenges that you suck on, and they're rather a disgusting sort of minty flavour. Yeah, like I say, research has to be done so that it makes it easier for us to be able to quit and not be slaves to nicotine anymore. So, mentally, what I did was I prepped myself, like fixed in my head, this is what I will do because you can't just say no to yourself all the time. You need to like treat yourself like a child in a way, and a child that's had a long illness. You have to be kind to yourself and you have to explain to yourself why you're doing this. You can't just say, oh, yeah, no, no, I will not have a cigarette. You have to distract yourself. So, this is what I did. I no longer want to destroy myself. That is the main thing. I want to care for myself, and I want to love and honor myself, treat myself like the queen that I am, because we are all born royalty. We are. We're all treasured individuals. We are. And it's only with living on with other messed up human beings that we begin to lose that sense of ourself and honoring ourselves. So, those are what I do. Like if I'm having like a huge craving, I might suck a lozenge, or I will say to myself, no, and this is why I'm doing it, is because I care about myself. I care about this planet too, and I care about my friends, family, and whānau. And caring about them means I care about myself. And so that's what I've been doing. So in the initial stages, it'll be really difficult in the first 3 days when you're like without nicotine. It's what I recommend, like using the patches to try and mellow, because it's, oh my God, it's like being possessed by a demon. Um, your brain is like screaming at yourself for like the first 3 or 4 days, like it's just like, yeah. It's like screaming inside, and you're like, you just can't think properly. You have to take life slowly and carefully, and be kind to yourself. Drink water. Um, Drink water and do exercise. Like the other thing with nicotine is that you will gain weight when you stop smoking, because the nicotine itself, like does something with the body, with the what do you call it? Your like the rhythm, the way your body has, and the rhythms and that sort of thing, it'll mess that around. I really recommend that you go for a walk once you have had a meal. Do that because walking not only helps metabolism, that's the word, metabolism, thank you. Yeah, because it messes with your metabolism when you no longer want to be a slave to nicotine. And walking helps twofold, because the exercise helps to stimulate the dopamine, your own natural sort of dopamine that you create in your own body. So therefore, it elevates your mood, makes you feel better, and also it helps to stimulate your metabolism, so you will not gain weight, because like, well, getting massive and huge and fat is actually not taking care of yourself. Um, it's not honoring and loving yourself. You should be your own nice fit person that you want to be. Yes. And so yes, so yeah, drinking some water and getting exercise regularly. I've been, even with having fibro, it's important to go out and walk, even if you feel like you're at your wits' end. The pain is so bad, and you're so tired because you're like so in pain. You still have to go out and walk. Believe me, once you've been or strolling, it doesn't need to be a route march. You don't need to hop, 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 hop. No, no. Go for a lovely stroll. Go for a walk. Yes. And don't forget to drink water, because that is like helping to release the toxins out of your body. I mean, yeah, in those first 3 days, if you want to go like hard out and do a detox as well, do it. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, because this is your life. This is your life for you, for you to treasure you. Yes. So yes, the most difficulty I found was in the first 4 days. I am now 2 months past, and after the first month, I found that the screaming inside my head was decreasing. It's really weird too, because you will actually find that um, as you're breaking free of your slavery to nicotine, that the fibromyalgia will actually be worse. If you have any other pre-existing conditions, like tinnitus or something like that, you'll find that that will actually get worse for the first month as well. It's all part of getting rid of that craving, like purging yourself of that craving, and the reasons why you started smoking in the first place. So that is what I've found out, and I hope that my information will help you. Yes, it does get easier. It does. Just Be kind. Be kind to yourself. Do you understand kindness? Be kind to yourself. Yes, because you can do this. You can do this for you. You are a treasure and you are a special individual. You are the most wonderful you that you can ever be. Absolutely. We're only given this one life. Whether you believe in reincarnation or not, we are given this one life and able and with a mind to enable us to analyze and understand why things happen, how things happen, and what we can do to remedy ourselves. And once we get into caring about ourselves and not being a slave to addictions anymore, then we can move on and start to remedy. We will see. I mean, this is what I've found in my own life is since I have been freeing myself from slavery, addiction slavery. I've started noticing how things can be fixed around me in life. It's quite uncanny. It may actually be a lot to do with having cognitive behavioral therapy, where you get to listen to your own thoughts and you identify your own thoughts and you go like, well, actually, I'm like harming myself with my own thoughts. It's such a revelation, guys. Hey, it's such a revelation, and you can do it too. Yes, you can. You can be your own best friend. It takes a while. Whatever. I've been talking about it for like years. I'll be my own best friend. I'm learning. I'm learning to be my own best friend. Well, yes, now it's actually happening, and it can happen for you as well. Absolutely. So, first 3 days, first 3 or 4 days, you'll find it a struggle. But you get through those and you keep yourself strong. You distract yourself. You remember to think about all the good things in life that you love. You know, do something that you love. What do you love? Have you analyzed that? Do you understand what you love in life? You know, something is, yeah. Okay, so for me, what I love in life is being creative, making stuff. Uh, Sometimes I'm so messed up with my freedom from slavery, I can't actually do much at all. I will hold a ball of wool, and that will give me that little ray of joy. Yes. Um, yes, because you'll find that your mental processes will be a bit haywire. Like I say, it's like screaming inside. It's like being possessed by a demon for the first 3 or 4 days. But you'll get over that. You've come through it, yeah, yeah, and you'll find that, yeah, your whole body will start to settle and become your friend again. Yeah, yeah, it's kind of like trying to ride a half-broken horse or an unbroken horse. You know, it's sort of like a wild horse. Yeah, it's like trying to ride a wild horse or being possessed by a demon for the first few days. But you just have to remember that love. Drink some water, sip water through the day, and go for walks because walking and movement is your best friend for release from slavery. Throw yourself out of yourself, metaphorically speaking. Look at things around you. Look at your garden. Look at your trees, your marvelous trees. Look at your neighbour's marvelous trees. You know, you don't have trees in your property because it's too small. Yes, all that sort of thing. It's like listen to bird song, find the joy in bird song, that sort of thing. You know, find out where your inner joy is, and that is part of how you free yourself from addiction, slavery. That is. Oh, it's been wonderful sharing some of my secrets with you, and I really hope that they help you in your life to fulfilling who you are as a person. Much respect to you, my darling. You take care. I love you. See you. Bye.